going to stab me. I just saw him over here by the Safeway. Not only did I see him, I was stopped by him. He was going a different route and saw me and came back my direction. He stopped and he apologized to me. Said it was improper for him to do what he had done, and he was apologetic for it. He told me, I said, well, I wasn't sure if you were going to try to stab me. He said, I thought about it. So yeah, he was thinking about it. He said he found the guy who stole his board and that he didn't kill the guy who stole his board. So that's good too. I'm glad that he came up to me and first of all fessed up and second of all apologized. That's like, you don't have any idea what that means to me, do you? There's a guy named Dylan Bauer. He was one of my biggest bullies in high school. One of the high schools I was in anyway. Dylan Bauer, after high school, actually became an alright guy. He rescued a lady I actually like, his wife, Ashley Olsen. That's Polly Olsen's daughter, and she's also the city clerk. Now here's the thing about this gentleman, and he told me his name, I just ain't no good at remembering shit. Horrible with names. I was a little nervous seeing him come up. But, of course, he talked to me like I was a person. Treated me like I'm a human being. We left on good terms. That's what should have happened with a lot of these people. What happened with Natalie? You know what? We could have parted on good terms. The fact that we didn't was not on me. But people want to put it on me because I have the male genitalia. Not cool. Who are living through this shit, you know, when they have a bad day, they'll do the same thing as the rest of y'all. They just lash out. When I lash out first of all at the right people, and second of all for the right reasons. You want to lash out because I cursed at you? Well, people are fucking dead because you're a lazy bitch who wanted to look the other way. Who wanted to play like you didn't know shit, and then after the fact you want to play victim. Well, that don't fly with me, home slice. One thing you guys keep forgetting with the mentally ill thing is that I'm autistic, not retarded. I'm autistic. It's not the same thing as being schizophrenic. I'm autistic. It's not the same thing as being delusional. When you guys say we don't get social cues, no, we do get social cues. You guys are a bunch of fucking liars. You don't make any fucking sense. You say one thing and do another. You think it should be one way, but then when it happens to you, it should be another. You talk about all this high and mighty bullshit that you think is wrong, but you never get past the talking phase. Those of you who are representing the disabled community are doing a piss poor job because you're not people who are disabled. Especially when it comes to the autism community. We have no representatives with autism. None. Closest thing we got is Elon Musk. And while you guys want to make fun of us like we're all a bunch of violent retards, and you use that as an excuse to get violent with us and act retarded. Holy fuck. Meanwhile, let me tell you something about Elon Musk. He's been to outer space, have you? You may not think that an apology means a whole hell of a lot. It doesn't. An apology from me doesn't mean shit. People don't care if I apologize. They tell me I should apologize, and then when I apologize, they go, oh, see, you were wrong. If you weren't wrong, you wouldn't have apologized. Jesus, fuck. Is there nothing that I can do that you guys won't try to pretend I'm a villain for doing no matter what? No, it doesn't work that way. We live in the United States where nobody wants to fess up to their own shit. Meanwhile, we got people out on the streets, junkies and former junkies that fess up to their shit. We got bullies from all the way back in high school that fess up to their shit. And we know their names. Yes, Dylan Bauer was my bully. Yes, he apologized for it. Yes, he tried to make amends. When I lost that first phone, 6 months after I had first taken it to the police to try to show them what was really going on. Over 6 months, actually. Fuck, that was... Let's see, Natalie disappeared in December of 2017, and the cops refused to take a look at any of the evidence on there until just prior to 4th of July. God, that fucking sucked. But do the police fess up to their shit? No, they don't. They abuse their power to have the innocent arrested and incarcerated. You've gotten to hear from literally dozens of people out here who tried to go to the police, had to go in by themselves, and were given the same mentally ill treatment as me. They're not human beings to your society. You want to throw them on all of us, so then we, the homeless, are taking care of the mentally ill. We're not getting paid to be nurses. We're not being paid to be police officers. We're not being paid for the job that you guys dump off on us. You dump actual mentally ill people. When you want to use the term mentally ill, what you mean is violent schizophrenic. Well, you dump off violent schizophrenics on the homeless people, and who is going to take care of those violent schizophrenics? We have to. When you say, no, we don't have to, no, we absolutely do have to. If we don't take care of those people and we don't look out for them, then they make a bad name for all of us. Of course, slander makes a bad name for all of us already, don't it? It makes it so that we can't be humans. We can't be considered humans or talked about or to like we're humans. We're animals. We deserve to be treated like animals. Isn't that the way your society works? You victimize the victims. Now, I keep telling you all about my friends that cut on themselves. That's a two-part system. The first one, Daddy couldn't keep his nasty cockbeaters to himself. The second part of that equation is you try to tell Mom, and Mom doesn't give a shit. What do you do to try to get somebody to listen? You start slicing on yourself. It's different for a boy. Boys are less likely to slice on themselves and more likely to succeed at committing suicide. Boys start committing suicide at 5 times the rate of girls starting at the age of 15. Girls start cutting it on themselves at 5 times the rate of boys starting at the age of 15. Why does one of them commit suicide and the other one cut on themselves? Well, cutting is an attention-getting action. Just like telling people that you want to kill yourself. You do want your life to end. Nobody wants to listen. But you can't admit that you want your life to end because of the abuse, and neglect is abuse. Taking part in it is also abuse. For me, having that guy come up to me and apologize for what he did, and he was gonna stab me, you know? The fact that he admitted it, he came up to me, he fessed up to it, and he apologized. You know what? I don't have any reason to talk to the cops about that man. Why? Because he already fucking squared up his shit. His debt is paid. I don't expect to have any further problems or issues with that man. What are the chances of me having further problems or issues with him? They're not very likely. It is a possibility, however. I don't rule it out. I don't rule out the possibility that he might have another bad day. I don't rule out the possibility that I might be stuck here for years. In which case, I'll probably get to know all those folks a little better than I had planned. Also, guaranteed, I'm going to continue being me in real life. Who I gotta be on the internet is out of necessity. Rather than killing myself, I'm trying to show the truth, show how we're treated, not just by you, but by our own friends, by our own families, when we're called mentally ill. How we don't matter, how any excuse is a good excuse to do nothing. Anyway, I'm done with y'all. Like I said, I'm glad that man apologized. I gotta plug in my phone and drive to the other end of town. I have absolutely no money left, but I do have a little more gas in my vehicle. I have some fluids to drink. Better than nothing, right? Plus, I got to eat something today, and that is always a good thing. Also, rinse off my hands. What the hell did I do with it? Not cool. Ah, I found it. Right here. Now, it sucks to use good clean drinking water to wash my hands, but they're nasty. And it's not really washing. I'm just gonna pour some on my hands, rub them together, and then rinse them off with a little bit more. Gross hands. I suppose I ought to show you up close. They're not extremely nasty according to my camera. It's not picking up most of the dirt, which is actually pretty cool. That's just because it's not focusing. Yeah, fuck it. It's close enough. Alright. Good to be with you. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper and no victim left behind.